Hi Taurus, how's it going everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot and welcome into your August 2023 tarot reading. How are you? Hope all is well. Just want to mention as always before we get started, if you're interested in personal readings, products, and so much more, check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. First link in the description below. There's going to be like a pop-up somewhere here. If you want to check out the summer sale, definitely feel free to. But let's get on into it. Team Taurus, coming on into your August. Now, we got the three major topics, the three big things to focus on coming into August 2023 over here. Let's get on into it. For the first card, it says here, memories. And with this memories card, it says cherish memories of loved ones. So I definitely feel like this is the time here to kind of reflect on the people you have in your life. I do feel like this is kind of a bit of a reminiscent time for some of you. You might be thinking about people that maybe you've been disconnected from, because we're in Leo season. It's a very lovey-dovey kind of season because Leos tend to be very loving. And I think that for some of you, if you've been missing people extra, if you haven't really communicated with people, seen certain friends in a while, it's going to be the month to reach out. It's going to be the month maybe to reconnect with some people that you've had some distance with, especially even if the distance wasn't intentional and if there's no negativity really between the two of you. If you just miss somebody, don't hesitate to reach out. Now, the next interesting topic to focus on is going to be the topic of blame, which I find interesting. It says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. You know, I think that with the energy of blame, it is a card of deep self-reflection. And I think that coming into the month of August for you, you're going to kind of take a look at your scenario, your situation, your current circumstances and say, okay, I'm here and I'm here for a reason. If there are things you're reflecting on that you don't necessarily like, you're going to start to look at, how am I accountable for this? How did I get in this situation? But I feel like it's also going to start to prime you though, when you're looking at things like this of, well, now what can I do to remove myself from this situation? What can I do to improve my circumstances? It's always great to be very raw and blunt with yourself as much as you can be about, how did I get here? Am I happy here? If I'm unhappy here, what can I do to make it better? If you can check in with yourself in that type of manner, you will go places in life, let me tell you. So I love that, Taurus. I feel like that's something you're starting to do here. And if you can focus on that, you're going to see a lot of things here change. Now, for the last big thing to focus on, we got here this message card. Something's going to impact you this month is what I'm hearing with the message card. There's going to be some sort of impactful message coming in for you guys. So I want you to pay very close attention to what heavily resonates with you in the month of August 2023. It could be a message that may come from watching something on social media, might come from a friend, could come from one of your children, but this is going to be the energy where somebody's going to say something that hits you. And we've all had moments like that, right? Where something just deeply impacts us and we're like, whoa, that is a moment there that I'm never going to forget. It's just sitting with you. It's resonating with you. So if a message happens to hit hard like that for you guys coming into August, I do feel like you're being told here to pay close attention to that, to focus on that, because there can be something there to help you transform your life. Okay, which is really, really awesome. So Taurus, super good start here to your reading for August 2023. Let's go ahead and continue though and start getting into the tarot. So let's have a look here at the zodiac of Taurus. Sorry, my OCD is killing me. I mean, it's a little better, but it is what it is. What do we got going on here for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus zodiac throughout August 2023. What information is showing up here for the Bull Gang? And let's go ahead and take a look. Overall energy for you, Five of Swords. You've been fighting here. You've been fighting a battle, but what kind of battle is this? Let's go ahead and take a look. What battle has Taurians been fighting? The Six of Cups, the battle of the past. Six of Cups and the memories card. Pretty interesting. This could be the energy of regret or the energy of wishing that you did things better. You know, you can't go back and change the past, but you most certainly can change your circumstances right now. It kind of goes back to what I said here with the blame card, where it's like, we got to focus on, it doesn't matter how we got here. We got here. We can acknowledge that. But now let's focus on what we can do to change our circumstances, you know? It's about dealing, ironically, with the cards you've been dealt and getting a better hand from it, you know? So Taurus, with the Six of Cups here clarifying the Five of Swords, I think some of you are frustrated. I think you've made some choices you might regret, or there's a lot of things you wish you could have did better. So that seems to be the overall energy. And I feel like that kind of heaviness of that energy has been weighing on you for some time. Looking at the current energy though, yeah, beautiful. Coming into the month of August, looking at the current energy, the Magician, yeah, all right, well, what can we do now? What can I manifest now? What can I do with the cards I have? because the magician's all about the tools he has. When you think of a magician has tons of props, and he can only work, or she can only work, with the tools and props that they have. And with that being said, they got to work with what they have to make the show go on. So for you, Taurus, that's what's happening here now. So I do see a fresh perspective change, which I mentioned earlier, which is good. So I like seeing that confirmation. Now for the next card here of what it is you're dealing with, you are dealing with the Seven of Wands. I feel like many of you, you're getting into a bit of a mental diet here, really restricting, trying to do your best to not invite in negative thoughts or to give your energy to negative thoughts or negative situations. So I do feel like there's a mental diet going on for most of you, where you're trying to consume as much positivity as possible. You're trying to keep yourself in a very clear-headed mentality, a clear-headed place. And I think that's great. Mental diets are awesome. You know, they're one of the best things you can do for yourself, especially when you feel like you've been dealing with lots of heaviness and when there's been a lot of negative circumstances surfacing up in your life, you know? So this is the energy of doing positive reinforcement. Anytime you're thinking about something negative, you're reinforcing it with a positive thought. You know, things of that nature is coming in here as well. Looking at the current outcome for the month, Seven of Pentacles, getting your seeds planted so that you can watch them grow. Seven of Pentacles is also an energy of patience here too, though. I think many of you are recognizing, listen, circumstances can take some time to change. They're not always going to change overnight. You know, your current circumstances might not be something you're entirely happy with, but as long as you're working to a better alternative, as long as you're working for improvement, you're great. You're on a good track. You're on the right track. So you're giving yourself as much time to be as patient with yourself as you can this month, which I think is lovely. I think a lot of people aren't very patient with themselves. Most of the time, everybody is trying to rush themselves to be the best that they can be, but that strives from a mentality of not feeling good enough. You know, if people are rushing and rushing, saying, I need to be better, I need to be better, I need to be better, it comes from a place of not feeling enough. And when you're in that energy of lack, it doesn't help you create the abundance you desire. So sometimes you just have to say, hey, I'm working on it. I'm working on improvement. It's not an overnight process. And ultimately, I am enough right now. And I know that I'm doing my very best. And that's enough for me. So if you can tap into that energy, absolutely fantastic. All right, though, Taurus, let's go ahead and get moving here in your reading. Let's have a look and see what challenge is showing up here for you in the month of August. What's coming up here in Taurian's challenge position? For your challenge, Ace of Cups. Could be the energy of love. It also could be the energy of fulfillment. I think that for some Taurians in relationships, you might be finding yourself challenged to feel connected to somebody as you once did. I mean, if that happens to be the case here for you, and the circumstances have changed in your love life, and you're not as connected to somebody as you've previously been, know that it is okay to let go, and know that it's okay to be truthful, that you wish to explore other options. Now, for the Ace of Cups representing fulfillment, you know, once again, it kind of goes back to the energy of like, well, if I'm not happy where I am, then what can I do to be fulfilled? But if fulfillment is a challenge, then you might start to feel like, well, what would be the improvement of my situation, you know? And sometimes what I'm going to say here is that if you don't know what the heck is going to fulfill you, best thing you can do is the best thing you can do in life is literally just have experiences. You know, experience is one of the greatest teachers of life that'll teach you what's good for you, what's not good for you, what you like, what you don't like, what's great and what's crap. Okay. So for any Taurians that are watching, if it's like, I don't know what the heck's going to make me happy, experience as much as you can, and something will resonate with you. There will always be something to resonate with you. Okay, moving along here forward though, let's have a look and see what you guys can expect throughout the rest of your August. What else can Taurians expect here throughout the rest of their August? Page of Swords. Interesting. You got your eye on something, but you're not 100% committed. What does Taurus have their eye on? Five of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Cups. So you have your eyes on something here, guys, that's going to bring in the fortune, whether that fortune is financial fortune, emotional fortune, okay, like happiness and things of that nature. But you got a Five of Pentacles still, which is a card of lack, a card of not feeling like you have the tools necessary to get to where you want to go. So escaping the lack mentality this month is going to be pretty important. I did mention to you guys, you're doing your best to have a mental diet, but every now and then, you know, this energy of lack still seems to be creeping in for you. So you got to do your best to stay on top of that, right? Anytime you start feeling like you're in the energy of lack, you have to reinforce abundance. It's going to be a game changer for you guys. So definitely make sure you're continuing to stay on top of that. Yeah, the Page of Swords is like, I do have my eyes on something, but there's a part of me that still feels really hesitant to go for it. But you got to make sure that you're constantly doing your best to push yourself beyond the comfort zone. Sometimes the comfort zone can be hesitation because we are like, all right, well, we don't have to go for it. We don't have to step out of the comfort zone. You know, this is going to be a month where you're challenged, Taurus, to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know, remember how I mentioned in the beginning, a message may come in for you that might strike you very powerfully this month? It reminds me of a message I heard in high school that have struck me in an amazing way. And that message was from one of my teachers who said, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And ever since I heard that message, it has allowed me to recognize that stepping out of my comfort zone is the only way I'm ever truly going to grow. It's the only way any of us can grow. You know, you can't stay in the same circumstances and expect a different result. So I do think that for some of you, if you can apply that message in your life and really do your best to get out of your comfort zone this month, even if it's weird, go for it because it can create new opportunities for growth. All right, Taurus, hopping on into the overall outcome here for the month of August. What is that overall outcome going to be here for the Bull Gang? Let's take a look. Fool card, baby. It's the Fool's Journey. I like it, guys. Fool card coming into play here for you is nice. As you can see, we got the Fool here. He has a very small bag. He travels light. He's ready here to move forward. This is about, and I mentioned heaviness early on in the beginning of the video. This is about not taking the heaviness with you anymore, but coming into August, it's about having a more lighthearted month, being in a more lighthearted energy. I feel like what's happening for many of you guys is like, man, despite all the shit that stressed me out, despite all the heaviness I experienced, despite the crappy cards I was dealt with, I'm just not going to fixate on it anymore. I'm not going to sit there and think about it all the time. Let's say, for example, maybe you've been struggling financially. You know what? There's only so much I can stress out about finances. At the end of the day, I'm going to double down and do my best to improve it. You know, maybe you've been struggling in your relationship. There's only so much I can do to keep on being upset about the state of this relationship. I'm either going to improve it right now or we're going to go ahead and go different ways. You know? Maybe you've been struggling with yourself. It's like sometimes you get to a breaking point where it's like, I'm so over beating myself down. Why don't I lift myself up for a change? So Fool card coming in here for the outcome is pretty damn solid, Taurus, because you're really starting to release a lot and embody a new, more nonchalant and lighthearted energy in a way and a perception of looking at life. So definitely feels to me like August, and I think I said this earlier too, but it feels like August is becoming a lot more lighthearted, which is quite wonderful. Okay, now let's have a look and see what the most important message is going to be here for Taurians to hear in the month of August. What's the most important message for Taurus here throughout this month? We have here the Four of Swords, we have here the Devil, and we have here the Four of Wands. If you can escape the Devil, you can get to heaven. Okay, that was very clear as day is what I'm seeing for you, right? So if you can walk away right now from the energy of being stuck inside your head, stuck inside negativity, if you can remove yourself from negative perceptions, you can really have quite an enlightening month, and you can have a month of growth and stability. Four of Wands is a card that represents stability, and I think a lot of you guys are looking for that in a certain area of your life. And if you want to reach said stability, you have to get in the mindset as if it is already your own, as if you already have that stability, as if you are the person you already desire to be. This is the energy in law of attraction that we call acting as if, but I don't resonate with acting as if. I resonate with this is who you are now. So Taurus, think to yourself this month, man, screw the crappy cards I was dealt with. What is the hand I want, you know? What is the life I want to be living? Who is the person I want to be? Oh, I want to be that person? All right, that's who I am now. There's no time to act as if you're this person. It's just time to be this person and let the reality around you catch up to who you've become. You feel me? So law of attraction message here as the most important message, but very valuable one. And I do hope that you take that into account. Now, before we close off your reading, Taurus, let's have a look and see what advice the universe has in store for you. Is there any advice coming in from the universe for Taurian peeps throughout August 2023? We have the Hermit, we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Three of Cups, and lastly, we have here the Hierophant as well. I think that one of the best advices that the universe is trying to give you right now is not to be on your journey alone. This is going to be an incredibly empowering time to be united with the people you have in your life. This is giving me kind of the energy of networking with people. So maybe this is about work. If you're a Taurus and you have people that are like-minded around you, this could be a great time to network with them. So I would take advantage of that if you're trying to do things in business. But this is also the great time to just unite with the people around you who you know have great energy to bring to the table. With the Three of Cups showing up over here, I already mentioned several times, it's a more lighthearted month, but the more you can spend time around the people you love, and the more you can spend time doing the things you love, the more of a positive month you're going to have. I think that if you're going to devote yourself, Hierophant, to anything this month, it's to having a positive perception, it's to continuing to keep up with your mental diet, it's to continue being surrounded by good people and good situations, and it's to continue focusing on improvement. Whatever you can do and continue to do to better your life is going to not only be great for this month, but it's going to be great for the near future as time continues to progress. So Taurus, I would definitely keep it up. You're already on a good path. Let's go ahead and keep on staying on that path and see where it takes you. Okay? All right, my Bull Gang peeps. Guys, you had a lovely reading for August 2023. Really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for spending time with me. If you did enjoy your time here today, really do consider subscribing. I'd be so happy to have you here and welcome you into the Soul family. Of course, if you guys want to get a personal reading, you can check the first link in the description below. But Taurus, have a great August, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.